In today's video, we're going to take gold leaf, styrofoam, some Dollar Tree rope, and a Dollar Tree mirror to create not only one, but two pieces of art that you can proudly display in your home. Hello, my friends. Today we are doing two different projects. The first one we're going to work on is going to require a canvas, some rope that you can get at the Dollar Tree. They also sell this nautical rope, but I decided not to use this. I went with just the regular rope. So this is an 11 by 14 canvas. I'm going to walk you through each step, and you'll also need a glue gun and some regular glue, preferably something that's really tacky, like an Aleene's tacky glue. What am I doing here? I am going to just draw some simple lines across the canvas, kind of in, just a curved pattern. And then I'm going to take some glue, trace those lines with the glue, and then I'm going to lay the rope on top of it. What I'm looking to do is create a piece of art that has some different unique texture in it, and it's kind of minimal in design. So now I will take a piece of rope and just lay it on top of that glue and make sure it's making good contact with it. And then once I do all of the areas on the canvas that I drew out, I'm going to let this dry for a good 4 hours. I will tell you that I waited for it to dry before I trimmed the edges of the rope off. I had not cut the exact length. It was a little bit longer, so I just kind of let it hang out there until it was dry, and then I trimmed the edges. So I'll show you one more small area here, and then I will just do the rest off camera because it is repetitive. You don't need to simulate each piece of rope down. Alrighty, so there are my sections that I wanted to have the rope on. The edge of the rope, after I trimmed it, was fraying a little bit. So I just took this candle lighter and put a little heat on it. Do this very quickly. Obviously, you're playing with fire, so be careful. You just want to singe the edge of the rope and then kind of push it into itself. It's got a wax coating on it, this rope. So once you hit it with the flame, it's just going to melt it a little bit, and you just want to kind of tap it so it's not frayed on the end. Now I'm going to bring in my glue gun and create another texture by adding glue dots all along the edge of the rope. I'm going to put them in different areas of the canvas. The world is your oyster, so you come up with your design that you like and just have some fun with it. I was looking around on Pinterest at fiber art, where people use yarn and rope and, string to create pieces of art. And there are really some beautiful pieces that people have made. So go check it out. Get yourself some inspiration from looking and then come up with a plan. So the next thing I decided to do was make some glue dot lines in different areas of the canvas. So instead of using the rope to make a border, I'm going to use the glue dots just to create a design and kind of put them down on the canvas in a formation. In my head, I had this studded canvas. I could see this canvas that had like almost like a steampunk theme to it. And so that's where I was going with this. Next, I took some white acrylic paint and I thickened it up to be a pipeable paste. So I don't know if you can do this, but you can take cornstarch, add it to any acrylic paint, just to make it thicker, and it also helps it dry super fast. So I put about 4 ounces of paint in the cup, about 2 ounces of cornstarch, mix them together and mix slowly because this will poof out of the cup at you. It did it to me. And then you can put it in a piping bag, you can put it in a bottle with a fine tip, and then you can make more textures with something like this. So I have a piping bag in a Dunkin' Donuts cup. I'm just showing you there that you can put it in a bottle, but you'll need to put it in a piping bag first to get it into that bottle because it's so thick. Put it into the piping bag, and then you're going to be able to pipe anything you want. You can even add on piping tips, like for cake decorating, if you want, and pipe out some beautiful flowers on a canvas or some seashells, whatever kind of, tips that you have. You could definitely do it with this acrylic paint mixture. So I'm going to just slightly nip off the tip. You don't want to cut off too much because if it's too wide, you're going to get a lot of product coming out at once. So I chopped off the very itty bitty bitty tip, and you're going to see it's a little too thin for me. So I do end up going back and cutting off a little bit more. I know it's hard to see because it's white on white, but you'll see here in a minute. So I cut off a little bit more just to get a bit of a thicker line. And then I went and I piped on some barriers with this acrylic paint and cornstarch mixture. You can see what a beautiful detail you could get using this stuff, especially if you're into making something like geodes. This would be great. So now I'm going to add a few of these onto the canvas to create a different type of texture. And again, you can do whatever you want. I love that little squiggle line there that I made. That made me happy when I saw that. I love texture. I know a lot of people aren't into it, but I love it. And you can also use this mixture to create your dots if you want. Again, I'm just using different products to kind of give you guys ideas. I could have done this whole painting with this product, obviously. But again, I'm here to teach and give you some ideas. So you can use it for everything, though, if you want. These are foam pebbles sold at Hobby Lobby. Christmas stuff is already out at Hobby Lobby, by the way. So you can get these very easily. And what I'm going to do now is add another texture by adding some more glue onto the canvas, just in, a swerved pattern, just like everything else I'm doing. And I'm going to hand place these one by one with a pair of tweezers. Yes, this is what I do when I watch TV. I placed all of these on one at a time. And trust me, I have you zoomed in right now. They are very tiny. So I guess you could say I was bored. But anyway, I placed them down in certain random patterns as you see me doing here. And then once I was done with this step, I let everything dry and I took it outside to spray everything black. I want to black everything out. While I have a quick moment here, if you would be so kind as to leave a comment on this video, letting me know what you think, whether it be good or bad. I love all your comments. You can even leave just an emoji of a heart or a thumbs down, whatever you want. I would truly appreciate it. All right, so as I said, took it outside. I spray painted it with this Krylon flat black, and this is where we are. So now everything's covered up, and it's time to add in a slight pop of color. So I'll probably put this in my bedroom, and I want to go with black and gold. So this is pearlized bright gold from Hobby Lobby. I love this color. It's one of the prettiest golds out there. And I'm just lightly buffing it over the surface of the texture. On the rope, I'm going to be able to see the braided pattern, which is what I was looking for. And on the glue drops, you're going to be able to see those and the little styrofoam balls. It comes out really pretty. But you can use of whatever colors you want, obviously. I just went with black and gold to keep it simple. So again, you don't want to push down with that paintbrush and try to paint it on. You want to lightly touch the surface of the texture just to like buff it. And now, my friends, before I show you how this turned out, we have one more project to do. Last week, if you saw my video, I made a beautiful styrofoam mirror. If you didn't see that, I will link it in the description for you. I have a lot of styrofoam balls left over, so I'm going to take some gold leafing, sheets of gold leafing, and I am going to create a beautiful black and gold mirror. So the first thing you're going to need for the gold leaf is a gold leaf adhesive. You paint this stuff on a surface. You let it dry for about 30 minutes. It will never fully dry. It will always remain tacky. And that helps the gold leaf stick to the styrofoam. So I'm going to do some of these styrofoam balls that I got at Hobby Lobby in gold leafing and some in black. And we're going to make a really pretty mirror. So after it's been about 30 minutes, I lay the gold leafing on top of the styrofoam ball. And then once it's covered, you're going to use a paintbrush or something that's stiff to brush away the excess. This stuff is messy, I will warn you, so maybe do it inside of a bowl or a small Tupperware bin so it doesn't get all over your surface. And you could also save any excess that you brush off if it's in some type of container. So here we go. I have a stiff paintbrush that I'm just brushing it off, getting rid of any loose ends. And then when I'm done doing that to all of these different sized styrofoam balls, this is where we're at. Look at those beautiful golden nuggets, hey? I love them. They're so shiny. And now the other products you're going to need to make this is a wood round. I get these at Hobby Lobby in a 3-pack. I believe they're 16 or 14 inches. Some black spray paint, a mirror. Today I'm going to be using one from the Dollar Tree because you could pull these apart and just use the mirror part. So on the back, you're going to see 3 screws. You're going to unscrew each of these screws, and then the mirror is going to pop right out for you. It's very simple. When you pull your mirror apart, save the spare parts, like this little round piece of chipboard. It's a good quality. You can make a piece of art on that and just plop it up on your wall if you want to. And you can also save the frame. Actually, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you could have used this frame in this project, but save it because you can come up with an idea for those things, put them in a little box and put them away. All right, so here are our golden nugget balls, half balls, I should say, and our black piece of wood. Now, after we spray painted it, I'm going to go ahead, glue down the mirror using some Fix-All adhesive from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to place it where I feel is the center of this circle. It may not look centered to you, but in person it did. It's just the angle of the camera. Anyway, we're going to glue that down, and then it's very simple. You take your little balls, just like I did last week, and glue them to the wood surface in random patterns. Any other areas where you can't fit one in, you're going to fill those in with tiny little glue drops. And you're going to make a beautiful textured mirror with these simple steps. Last week I did a mirror that was all white. This week I want to do one that's black and gold to go with my painting. So For the black ones, I'm just placing the styrofoam balls down on the canvas unpainted. You can go ahead and paint them ahead of time if you want. I think it would be easier because I had to hand paint them while they were next to those gold balls and be very careful. So I would recommend painting them first before gluing them to the canvas. But anyway, I didn't, so I paid the consequences. In the other open areas here, as I said, I'm just going to make random sized glue drops to fill in the areas. And then we're going to come back and we're going to paint the glue drops and the white balls all black. So I'll show you a little area here. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's just painting. So I have this on time lapse. Obviously, just be careful with that black paint and where you're going with it. Don't swipe it across the top of your pretty gold leaf thing. You don't want to ruin that. So just be careful. Again, painting the glue drops, that's easy. It's the half styrofoam shape getting down around the edge. It's very hard when it's attached to the board. So I would definitely recommend painting them off of the board before you glue them down. So my friends, let me show you how this turned out. I love it. It's so pretty. I'm thinking about adding a little sparkle to the black areas, but I'm not going to. Also, I'm not going to finish off the edge of the mirror. However, you can add a rope of beads around the edge, just kind of like glue them down if you want to trim off the mirror. I don't want to do that though. I like it the way it is with just the glue dots coming up to the edge. So that's how I'm going to keep it. Also, that frame, I could have glued that down and worked around that with the styrofoam. That would have looked pretty too. So again, there's so many alterations that you can make to this design. Use your imagination and have some fun with it. To hang this up, all I'm going to do is attach 2 command strips on the back of it and stick it right to my wall. I like to use command strips. They're easy to use. But now let me show you how the painting came out. So here it is, just a very simple piece of steampunk art. Let me show you what it looks like up on the wall. And thank you all for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click like, leave a comment. You could share it with somebody who you think may like to do something like this. Let them see what's going on out in the art world. And also, don't forget to check out the description. That's where I have information on where I buy the products, ways to follow me, and all of that good stuff. I release a new video every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you click on that notification bell and select the word all so that you don't miss out on the next video. I love you all, and until the next time, which is next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, happy creating!